right.
I know they're everywhere.
Have a good show now.
Yeah, kick it on back and crack a cold
Did that backwards up?
Yeah, the boys are about to go on. Just shooting the shit and letting them rip.
Hey, let's go.
It's time for Heartland Radio.
Here we go. Welcome to Heartland Radio 2.0. This episode is brought to you by the people at SeatGeek.
Oh, there you go.
If you're going to go pay to see a live performance or a ball game and you get your tickets anywhere other than SeatGeek, we can't do nothing for you.
Nope.
You're past the point of no return. There's no helping you now. We've been holding your hand for a long time. So get it right. Get your ticket to SeatGeek. You can shop there with complete confidence. You don't get catfish. The seats you order are exactly the seats you get.
That's the best.
The confidence is worth everything. But not only that, they're going to get you the best value for your budget because they search all the other ticket buying sites and they're like, hey, you got $150 to spend? This is absolutely the best seat to this ball game, to this concert, to this live performance that you could possibly get for $150.
Good people.
Every time.
Great people.
The best people.
And you get $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase when you
Nice.
download the
I like
SeatGeek
that.
app and enter the promo code Heartland.
Heartland.
That's promo code Heartland for $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Download that app. Can't say it enough.
Hey, every time I hear that Heartland Radio intro, shooting the shit and letting her rip. Who described last week's show as a real shooting the shit and letting her rip episode? Somebody tweet.
That was the Heartland Radio Twitter account. Don't know who runs that one.
That was just there. I read it and I just started dying laughing. Like, a real shooting the shit and letting her rip episode. Part of
It was extra shooting the
whoever
shitter.
tweets from that one sometimes, that would have been that guy.
That's classic. I laughed.
I mean, it was. I mean, it was a real shooting the shit.
We
and
were
letting it
all
rip.
over the map.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite episodes, I got to be honest. I like guests. I like all that stuff. But we just fucking
That's
go
how yours was
crazy.
too yesterday.
That's what I was about to
after-
say.
Yeah, we go
Yesterday's
on a real
episode-
journey sometimes.
Yesterday's episode was the first conversation Matt Patricia had publicly, I think, for 25 minutes or longer. Got a lot of Detroit Lions fans like thanking me, Detroit media thanking me, and all I can think about is if they stuck around after that.
That's what I was like. Come for the Matt Patricia interview. Stick around for the fucking aliens and time travel.
There was also about 40 minutes that got left on the cutting room floor. That was.
Yeah, because I mean, it was still a 2-hour episode.
2:05.
We could have won 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the middle of that conversation. First of all, I tried to end the show, and then it went another hour because I remembered my thought about the alien missile. But I checked my phone and I saw the time, and I was like, there's no way it's that time. And then I started like recounting the whole conversation we had in my head. I'm like, oh, this might be like a 5-hour episode. Good time. It's shooting shit, letting her rip though.
It goes by fast. I don't think if people see that, it's like, dude, just know that it was like 10 minutes in here.
Yeah.
You know what I
Legit.
mean? Before you know it, you're in 3 hours deep. You're like, fuck.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it
was
was
good.
just a bunch of friends, guys, hanging out, talking about stuff going on in the world.
Shooting shit, letting her rip. Hey.
Did you write shooting the shit? What does letting it rip even fucking mean?
Well, you just gotta let it rip, bro.
You've never heard that?
I don't know. Have
Fucking
I?
let it rip, dude.
Yeah.
You
and
just
like,
got to get up there and let it rip.
Fucking grip and rip it.
When
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
I've
give a
heard that
shit,
one.
you just let it go.
Hey, and also a lot of quarterback coaches tell the quarterbacks let it rip.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
you should have heard it from. In my head, you should have heard it from at least one quarterback coach telling you to let it rip.
they never
Or
told
maybe
me
he
to
was
let
like,
it rip.
hand off a lot. Just hand off a lot.
Hey man, you see any grass in front of you, you fucking tuck it and go, kid.
And slide.
Or if you're checking an engine, you don't know what the hell a car motor does, but you kick this and you take this wing nut off, and then you go and you go, all right, let her rip, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
I've
been there.
You, handyman.
Been there.
Gearhead stuff.
My favorite fishing expression is ripping lips. Like when you're really catching a lot of fish. He's
Well,
out there
that's-
ripping lips.
I mean,
my
Yeah, it's kind of also
Also,
graphic. but-
also a euphemism for chaw.
Yeah.
Ripping lips, packing lips.
fucking
the
bombs.
the
Wanda
fishing
Chazinski.
thing. You older folks.
Yeah,
Love it.
I've been feeding
He's seen
lips,
on
not
the
ripping
fish,
lips
dude.
recently.
Yeah.
Hold on, you've had a rough go.
The last 2 weeks I've been shunned. If the fish community was Amish, I'd be shunned.
You though, Todd and my dad. I just get pictures of random catching
Not from me in 2 weeks.
No, you're right. I haven't from you, but
get better.
my dad's out there. Todd, you're trying to find a place that's on water so you
I
can
know.
fish more.
I love it so much. I didn't like it when I was younger. It's a big Indiana thing. Like fishing is rich in tradition in Indiana. Like a lot of people around here are fucking giving me
lot of
advice,
anglers?
and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I put a worm on a hook and I throw it out there, but they would have come at me with all this technical jargon and shit on bait and
Probably
whatever.
helps, by the way.
I'm sure it would. I would be a lot smarter.
Or does it?
I don't know. I seem to do okay.
I'm hoping I get into fishing one day.
Fun fact: I was actually a Big Ten angler.
Well, shut
Really?
the fuck up.
Really?
Look
Go
at
on.
you.
I was on the Iowa fishing team. Yeah, all you had to do was
You were on the Iowa fishing team?
Oh yeah.
How does this just come
What
up?
the fuck?
Whoa.
It was a club team and
No, I thought
shit.
it was a
scholarship.
yeah, well, no, but they do. They go to like national tournaments and shit.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, but
big school.
no, some guy sent an email out to like a bunch of people in the freshman class, and all you had to do was respond to it and pay, I think, $15. Never went to one meeting, but you better believe I was telling people I was a Big Ten angler.
So you never actually competed?
No.
Did you ever fish?
Yeah, I did.
you
but
did?
the fucking lake that you would have to go to was like 45 minutes away from
Oh.
campus. I was like, I'm not fucking.
Okay, is it like
you
the football,
shitting me?
baseball programs? They're like, here's your bait, here's your pole, here's the towel. Do they give you
provide
everything?
No. You had to have all that shit yourself.
By the way,
Club
Yeah,
program.
club sport.
he's a Big Ten angler, not a letterman, though.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Letter angler, I guess. Not a letterman.
Yeah, I didn't. It's weird because all my cousins, all my friends fished growing up, and I was like, nah, I just couldn't sit down that long.
Me
you know
neither.
what I mean? I had no
was tough to
fucking
as a
patience
kid,
for
yeah.
it.
I hope I
Deep
get
sea is
in.
awesome.
Speaking
Deep sea
of-
is awesome, but the ponds suck.
Did you see the story I posted on the Heartland Radio Instagram today?
There we
yeah.
go. Harlan AIG.
Fishermen off the coast of South Carolina found 30 to 50 estimated kilos of cocaine
About that?
in a bag at the bottom of the ocean. while
Still
fishing.
happening? That's still
did
happening?
he just
Was
find
his name
it?
Shane Morris?
Got him.
Call back to a terrible guy from Nashville.
They did the right thing, though. They turned it into the Coast Guard.
Oh, so there was 60 to 70 kilos then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Worth an estimated $1 million
Found it in the
Okay.
ocean,
in the ocean.
and the fucking lure just went magically to the bottom of the ocean and found.
Yeah, man. It's a Colombian
Let's flip
lure.
that
not
script.
buying
Let's
this one
say
either.
it's money. Let's say you latch on to a bag that has $3 million into it. while
Goodbye.
You're fishing the
Yeah.
ocean. Yeah, and is there any thought of I should turn this in?
Not
No.
a chance.
Goodbye.
Even after every movie you've seen
Not
where
a
the drug lords
chance.
hunt you down.
no, now we know how to launder it.
That's
After
true.
watching all these shows.
True.
Seriously. You
There's-
buy yourself a laundromat and you actually do
Well,
launder it
that's
through
like
there.
There's no way I could turn
You
it in.
cops, though. Like you cops. You watch all those. What was that? Like the 5th precinct or something? Or the precinct 2-3 or something? With this one guy was just
5'7".
The 5'7", yeah, that thing. There was
Mm-hmm.
a number there where the cop would just run up on these drug dealers on purpose. They would have a bag of money, and he would just take the bag of money and like tell the drug dealer, like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna call the cops on me?" And then leave.
Yeah.
And then in fucking what is it, American Gangster?
I want them cops, Richie.
Yeah, the American Gangster. They steal the money. That opportunity has to pop up for people on a pretty regular
It
basis.
used to be obviously a regular problem.
Yeah.
And it still is. Like I think I told you guys, we worked the whole case with the FBI on a deputy here that was robbing drug dealers left and right. We even put one of our undercovers in because he had a guy on the street, like his own little informant that would tip him off to drug couriers when they were in town and put up at a hotel, and then he would come in and rob them because he's like, yeah, like you said, like, oh, call the police, you know?
Yeah.
I took your drug money. So we put an undercover guy in there, and the informant tipped off to him that it was our guy, and that was early in the case. The FBI wanted to do the surveillance, so we weren't involved other than giving them the undercover guy. And smart on their part, like, oh, we'll put nobody at risk, but we'll do all the glory work. And they lost him. The surveillance lost the guy, and he had our guy tied up in his back fucking seat.
Oh my
Took him
god!
out in the country and fucking dumped him handcuffed in the side of a cornfield in a ditch. Luckily, didn't put a bullet in his head or anything, but left him out there. And then they found him. And then after that, my boss was like, fuck you guys. You want help? We're doing the surveillance. Our undercover guys are
That's
surveillance. So we ran it from then on. We followed this cop around, dude, in a marked car in uniform, would park in the hood in these parking lots and fucking deal for like 2 hours at a time out of his car.
This guy.
Stolen dope.
That money though, like when you run up on that money or that stolen, like
Yeah.
that has to be tempting. I assume.
Yeah.
Like these cops are making like 32 grand
Yeah,
a year in the
right.
fucking in New York, and then they run up on a bag of 100 grand. It's like, oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
All of it, or half
Life-changing
of it. You
money.
keep half of it.
Will you report? Yeah, $10,000 has been found in an apartment complex. $90,000 has been stolen by a police.
If it was the blow, would you try and move it?
Yes.
I don't think I'd know where to start.
No, but you would
I
figure
think
it
you
out.
could find somebody.
I'd ask Todd. I
Call a
guess.
guy in Seattle.
I think we're all 1 or 2 phone calls away from knowing a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Just find like the most wiry fucking shady dude you know and be like, hey, where do you get your coke from? And fucking sell to whoever fucking he sells to.
yeah. I mean, the money would be easier. I guess I get lucky as a cop. I never like even encountered money by myself. I was always in a group of people when you found it.
How about a much smaller scale? We were at a diner called Scooters the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Family had 2 bottles of water.
Yeah.
They only charged for 1 bottle of water. The family knew that they only charged for 1 bottle of water while they were ringing it up. Saw a real conversation happen between the couple on whether or not they should tell. They tell them that we have 2 bottles. Then the lady's like, "No, I already charged you for 2." Gives them back their full cash back. Their
Refund there.
and it was like both sides there could have fucked over the other side, and they literally both agreed not to. It was really
Really?
an awesome moment. Yeah, it was right in front of, less than a foot away from me and Foxy. I was like, good people here.
If they make that mistake, you let them eat it every single time.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Every single time.
We were at the bar. We were at lunch.
It's terrible karma.
Foxy, Nick, and I.
Yeah,
And Zito. And the fucking people were sitting next to us, came and they got their tab and they looked at the bartender. They're like, "Hey, you left a drink off of this." And I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And they were like, "It happens to us all the time." And normally when we tell them about it, they just normally leave it off, or they'll even like take more off of your bill.
Hey, that guy was bad though, because he fucked up Foxy in my tab too. He switched them,
Yeah.
and he ran Foxy's card, or he ran my card on Foxy's tab. So I just paid it, and I was like, I'll just Venmo you the difference. I didn't think anything of it, and gave it back to the guy. Well, when I gave it back to him, he looked and he realized what he did. So then he gave us the other bill for free, which was actually pretty. Nice.
Wow.
Good
man.
move.
That.
Good move.
I never look at my bar bills.
Nope, me either.
I just like was
Exact same
signing
thing.
it.
Nope, I just look at the
It
number.
was
No,
just
even-
lunch, so
yeah.
it was a little guy.
You just look at the number
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh fuck," and then you just slide it
What's
over.
20% of
I
that?
was at the Indians game the other night. Saw Gorms there, but around like the 6th inning, I went up and got 2 things of chicken tendies and fries and 2 beers, and they got so many different hands going in there. 2 separate people brought them to me. They only charged me for 1, and you better believe I fucking hightailed it right out of there.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
My rule at Target or Lowe's or any kind of store like that is if I make it to the parking lot and I figure out
It's yours,
you didn't price that one in, boom, it's mine.
Well, yeah,
Free.
because you didn't do it on purpose.
No.
I'm so scared of karma. I'm so scared of
Do
karma.
you, will you walk
Yeah.
it back in?
I will,
Like,
yeah.
See, but I also work in retail. I gave so many people deals and stuff like that I feel like I've earned enough good karma that I can kind of just,
You got
know,
some karma coins.
I
What
do.
about,
I do.
kinda
Yeah,
spend?
couple in the back pocket.
A card table. Like I've been paid out blackjack where I definitely didn't win hands, and I'll take it every time if they don't.
Yeah,
know.
that's
Never
Always
happened
get
to me.
no.
Really?
I would though, because it's
yeah.
me versus the dealer.
Fuck,
it's
yeah.
a
It's a
It's a
competition.
bad dealer.
Yeah, that's never happened to me.
It's happened to me multiple times.
Never happened to me.
Or are they just looking for a big tip?
Either way, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
They pay you out double. Congratulations. The camera can't see me winking at you. Gotta bring that back.
Posting was a big thing when I worked the boat on the craps table. You'd get a dealer, and they would have regulars come in sometimes, and they would let them post their bet after the the roll,
Oh, really?
and then not
shit.
act like they didn't see it or whatever. And that person would throw out big tips, like they had this big tip.
Fuck yeah.
I'll let you post bet.
Hey, that's John
Yeah.
Taffer Bar Rescue whenever they're giving out free shots just so they get a big tip.
I
Fucking
know.
Taffer comes in, motor them down. They're stealing from the company. Getting bigger tips.
He's doing relationship advice now. A new show on relationship advice, I'm pretty sure.
We were traveling and I saw people tweeting about the episode. It was like random people tweeting about this counts advice, and it was mixed reviews. I'm assuming it's electric. John Taffer is next level. That
Kind of interesting though, because his whole thing is telling people how big of a failure they are. I don't know if that works in like a fucking relationship.
Oh, he did. He told someone, he goes, "You're a freaking liar. Maybe you're a horrible wife."
Wow.
He actually said that to the
I
woman.
need to watch that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so he's taking a bar rescue approach
Yes.
to marriage counseling?
Oh yeah.
He only knows. Hey, Taffer only knows.
Divorce!
He only knows
Divorce!
one speed. He only knows one fucking speed.
That's classic, dude.
Zito, did your state? You see, your state had a big fucking weekend.
Oh yeah, marijuana and betting.
Marijuana and sports betting, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's
in
the
one
first
weekend.
time we've ever been ahead of you on any laws like that.
Yeah, because they said like January
We-
1st is everything's like starting, right? Is that how
Yeah.
it works?
So we just
Yeah.
have to go across the border, and you could just buy whatever you want, right?
It's a free for all.
I thought it's anything, anybody, any right?
What do you mean?
Weed?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a certain amount. You can only get like 15 grams or something.
But it doesn't matter what ID you have, right?
No, yeah. As an out-of-stater, you can
Yeah.
only get like 15 grams.
Oh, but if you're in state, you get as much.
I think you could do. They have different. I was only. I might have been wrong there. There's a limit you can get though as an out-of-stater that you can only.
That makes
get.
sense.
I know there's a reason why I didn't get my Indiana license yet.
Yeah.
Fucking Zito,
That a baby Z.
Zito, you'd be caught
Investing.
so quickly.
Yeah.
You'd be.
I can't believe we got the gambling thing before you guys did. But obviously
Sports
you beat us
gambling?
on weed. That'll be forever.
They
for
do
us.
get they will be Illinois will be the first state though that they can have gambling in the stadiums. So like Wrigley,
That's beautiful.
all the Cubs have to do is pay $10 million and you could have betting
It's
inside. the
Kentucky's
stadium.
Derby in every sport.
Yeah, yes.
Genius.
But it's the only state that has that yet.
For what? Probably a month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that-
going to catch on
Everybody's
fast.
gonna be like, "What?" Jerry Jones is gonna
I
be
mean,
like,
if you're a
"You're
team,
telling me that I can turn this game into a casino? 10 million, my dick, take it."
Where's the 10 million come from? Sorry.
No, like
You
the
probably
teams
got to pay
it.
for the license or something,
yeah,
or permits or
there's-
something.
Yep, and then if the team pays for it, you can only it'll be the only place you could place bets within 5 blocks. So there, you can't have like another outside sports
People are
book
gonna start
within
getting
5
robbed
blocks of the
in the parking
stadiums.
lots.
No Italians within 5 blocks of the store. The thought of Illinois having marijuana, Michigan having marijuana, Ohio's going to have it soon. If Kentucky gets it, we're talking about Indiana.
We're landlocked.
Literally being have a green ring around it. And I just don't know how long Indiana's just going to let money float out of the state, right? That's how everything's going to start happening with these laws that are coming state by state. It's like, well, how long can our state get fucked by another
Right.
state? It's like Ohio people were all traveling to Pittsburgh for the Rivers Casino until Ohio made the change the live table game stuff. It's like, and in West Virginia, same thing with Pennsylvania. It was like, it's only a matter of time. That's how it all works, right, Tom?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Kentucky still is the only, for some reason, Kentucky still held out on riverboat gambling. Like
I wonder why.
They wouldn't let that one boat that's on the Ohio River that I was on. They couldn't go out and turn around because in the middle of the river, it's Kentucky on this side. So they would have to go down and it's back up.
All right, everybody stop gambling! I do a fucking U-turn.
Their governor said he'd have state troopers board that boat and arrest everybody. So,
Really?
Oh, he's the
Fuck it.
best. He's so cool.
yeah, look at you.
No, man. Yeah, we're going to send out our fucking SEAL Team 6 in there. Fucking rage your entire thing.
I mean, if I was a governor, I'd be taking fucking cash advances from all of the casinos.
Oh, yeah.
They do, right? I mean,
yeah.
You would
I
think.
mean, well, you know,
There's a lot of handshakes.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
else would you get into politics?
I
lot
understand. Besides to be shady, I have no idea why you would get into politics.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nightmare, man. It really does.
But like doing backroom deals and getting money under the table
Kickbacks,
to
baby.
to push things through. That's what
It's
that's what politics is all about.
They all are fucking dirty animals, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
I assume you'd have to be.
There's all this. Ooh, I want to change the world. Yeah. You also want private jets to Hawaii for your tobacco lobbyist. You know.
I did see a really, really good idea yesterday on the internet. The mayor of Baltimore. We
Here
all
we
know.
go.
We all know Baltimore's what
Legit,
Baltimore is.
yeah, legit.
He wants to put boxing rings on the streets, like just random boxing rings on the streets every so many blocks, so that instead of people shooting each other every day, they'll just get in the boxing room and settle it that way, like we used to.
Well, there'll be a fight
Love
and
it.
a shooting.
Everybody's gonna get
there's a-
ringworm and hepatitis.
There's a code, Gorms.
All right.
I don't mind that idea, by the way.
I think it's fucking genius.
There's no way it would work, but I
Yeah,
love
I mean,
the
not-
concept.
not a
People are
chance.
just going to use the boxing rings to hide behind when the shooting happens.
Sticking their hands up over the fucking turnbuckle.
I thought it was a good idea, though. I mean, that's how.
In theory, it is, but quickly people find out I'm not as good at boxing as he is. So I'm just gonna shoot
Well, then
him.
fucking don't talk shit.
Yeah, I
mean, I
wish
assume
the
back
world
in
was
your
that way.
day, you guys just fought instead of fucking shooting people.
Yeah, it seemed like we did growing up in high school. But then you go back to the Old West. They just shot each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then the
So
Middle
we're going
Ages,
back
they
to
just
the old,
had
old
sword
days?
fights. Yeah.
the old days.
You're right. I didn't
When-
even think about the Walla Walla.
You know that movie, The Invention of Lying, with Ricky Gervais? Like the first guy to ever lie or whatever?
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
What do you think? The first person that just like shot somebody else, like just went ahead and killed somebody else. The first time it happened had to be a fucking wild.
How long
day.
have guns been around? I mean, like firearms or you
What?
actually-
Let's take out
1776.
guns. Let's 1776.
Sometime around there. Sometime around the Revolution.
Spanish conquistadors, I think, had them too.
Thank you,
Chinese
Nick.
Empire had it as
1530.
well.
Did Columbus?
The pirates had the flintlock pistols.
Oh yeah,
too.
those were the best, dude.
Could you? Yeah, that's a great
Then you
thought.
jump
though.
in the
Like, who
water,
was
the
the first
The
person to
beginning
ever
of
shoot somebody?
conflict.
Yeah.
Like who started? Who's
Right.
the first guy? I assume it's a guy. I'm gonna be sexist
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
That starts conflict that ends up with somebody
Well,
else.
he
dying.
definitely like shot his fucking cow first too. I bet you the first thing that was shot was not a human.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking about human on human, like actual battle.
Yeah.
Well, that's like how like
would be-
the movie Apocalypto, like they're all using like spears and shit, and then the fucking white men come in, they all have guns, and it's like, well, this is a battle we cannot win.
Oh, there's the dragon flying overhead.
I don't know.
It's wild to think about. The sword thing, like, I'm so glad I wasn't alive then.
Whoa, I'm not tough enough.
You know, just
No, you would be.
you
though.
run
You
into
would've-
a mob with a bunch of swords swinging at each other, like you're gonna get fucked up. Best case scenario.
I mean, you were a professional athlete. You would have fucking developed into a
Adapted,
swordsman. Yeah.
hopefully. But think about how they used to fight. They literally just used to run into each other and hope that they would
Yes.
pick the right one that wasn't going to slice off their head to the side.
And think about you're the guy who like survived 30 battles and you lived to like 50, which was ancient back then.
Maximus.
And yeah, like how are you that guy? How'd you survive that many battles and not get fucking killed?
Well, I mean,
Because it's all luck, right? At some
there-
point.
I mean, there's some skill in sword.
Skilled
fighting.
swordsman out
I
there.
mean, it's an art.
Sure. But still, like there's people like when you
We
watch
should
the
fence.
movies, there's people all around me. He could get me from behind.
I was just thinking of the fencing thing. Yeah, and the people on the horses, like how'd they not
Yeah.
all just lose their legs?
You'd also be so gassed after like
So
2
good.
minutes. Of
I would
fighting
be.
all out.
Oh, yeah, when the horses drive, yeah, just fucking duck and slice a leg.
Yeah, well, not the horses, also the guys.
Well, both.
Like the humans. Like how is every one of their? How do any of them have a leg below?
Because when you
their
went
knee?
by, I would just go right at their knee.
See you later. What I don't.
Why
Yeah,
did-
but he's also coming down on you. You know,
It's true.
Oh, you got to send a Zito out there as a distraction.
Well, and all you need to do is fucking nick him, and then he has polio, and he's like throwing demons. Like, you don't even have to. You don't even have to kill people in battle.
The pus that would come out of those, I bet you back in the day.
Hey, they killed the horses back in their day. If there was a rider on the back of them, would they take the horse out too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you
Mel
seen
Gibson
Game
used
of
that
Thrones
move
yet?
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, all is
He
legal
would
in
take
war
those
and
legs
love.
out on the horses.
First death was 1000 AD.
What?
Not confirmed, but a Chinese bamboo stick was a gun.
AD.
Chinese bamboo
After-
stick was a gun?
Yeah, it's like it,
What did they shoot?
They
Was it a
invented
rubber band?
gunpowder in the 9th century.
Oh,
I
that's
just
right.
read.
So
So
they
that's-
did use gunpowder.
Oh, that's the first gun death?
yes.
Okay, got it.
What did they shoot?
Jesus was
I'll
scary.
buy
Guessing
it.
a person by mistake.
No. Like, what did they shoot out of the bamboo? See?
Spear.
Hey, you know,
That was a harpoon gun?
you know, pandas.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're meant to be carnivores, but there's no meat around them, so they just eat bamboo.
Really?
Is that really?
Yeah, their body's built to be carnivores, but since they're in an area of I think it's like a cold.
Yeah.
It's like
they're
a
in the-
cold forest up
Yeah.
there. They only have bamboo, so they have to adapt, and they just eat a shit ton of bamboo all day, even though they're supposed to have meat. And they have this ability to put bamboo together, put it in its mouth, twist it up. It's like a stogie, a bamboo stogie. They make like little beef sticks.
No
Really?
shit.
They're also too lazy to have sex, right?
Yes, correct.
I didn't get to that part. I turned it off. It's called Wild China. It's all of China's animals.
Are there no other animals in that jungle like
No.
that they can hunt?
It's just theirs.
It's
Well,
like-
the lazy fucking panda. They're too lazy to have sex, and they're too lazy to walk to where the fucking meat is.
I think they're so tired because they're supposed to eat other things other than bamboo, and that's all they get. That's why they can't be fucking.
What a dumb fucking
What if you
species,
threw?
dude.
What if you threw like a baby gazelle in front of them with 2 broken
not
legs?
gonna
They're,
do
they're just
dick.
walking over it.
I think no. I think they
would eat it,
I
right?
think they would eat it.
Oh, it would eat.
They'll
think
probably
they
eat
would.
you.
I mean,
Yeah.
A human.
I
if
mean,
you fuck
we're gonna have
around.
to test this out.
They look like bears though. Like
Yeah,
I
they
never,
are bears.
Yeah,
What if you made a good point? What if that's why they can't get it up?
because they're so fucking
Because they
tired.
have no fucking protein in their diet.
Nobody thinks about that. The poor
No
panda.
shit.
Their bodies are built for meat, right? So their digestive system, everything relies upon a certain amount of
That's
Yeah.
a hell of a
amino
thing
acids
to
and
overcome
proteins.
and still be endangered too. By the way,
Wouldn't
Yeah,
they be
yeah.
skinnier?
You would think so, Z.
No, they literally. I would.
Bamboo's pretty fattening.
They had a.
High cholesterol.
It's got a lot of carbs. Yeah, a lot of carbs in that bamboo. But it was that documentary was pretty nice to watch. It was like kind of interesting watching those things. They move very slow too. I mean, they're fucking. They're not eating. They're eating jack shit.
gotta conserve.
They hate the taste too. They said. I think.
What a fucking life these.
Do you have a better chance with a panda one-on-one, or I guess you'd have a better chance against a black bear one-on-one?
No, a panda. I think you have a better chance because that thing has no protein.
Yeah.
It just
I
doesn't.
would
It
think.
doesn't want you. It's just gonna.
No, I think it does.
No,
want you.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't have a lot of energy, man.
How
You ever
about
seen
a
Tropic
panda
Thunder?
with protein?
You ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
You're talking about a panda dropped in another place with actual animals to eat?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to fuck with that thing.
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying. That's
either.
steroids to him.
Well, because it can survive right now without anything.
Yeah.
So I think it's a
Imagine how peak performance.
What if they
hasn't
started
been.
eating meat and they just became like super bears? And they were like, "Bro," they
Top of the
just
food
took over the
chain.
planet.
How there hasn't been a UFC for animals like that, I will never understand.
I think it's pretty.
There is. It's
Michael
called
Vick did it.
National Geographic.
So you like put a gorilla against like a
Correct.
grizzly bear.
Yes.
Shit like that,
Oh.
like classic matchups.
Hold on. Speaking of,
Yes.
in China, they have a monkey over there that looks like a Bigfoot.
Shut the
Are you
fuck
serious?
up.
Like its body actually looks like a how.
confirm
A,
it's
What's
not
the size?
huge?
A
Yeti.
7-footer?
no, it's not huge.
Yeah, these are in the snow.
The head, though, if you were like,
They got snow in China.
yeah, it is a lot of
way
snow.
up,
That's
way
where
up.
the pandas are.
Yeah.
The pandas are
Way
up in
up
the
there.
snow. But these monkeys look in the face exactly like a Bigfoot would look, and they say that often it gets confused as a Bigfoot.
Are they
But-
tall?
No, but they look like they're athletic, and they sit up on trees. So they think people see, but it's the exact face of like the Bigfoots that you see.
Because there's a guy that has a famous picture of just a Bigfoot face, like between. So you is like that could be one of those.
Bam, very much. The wild China thing was
Wild.
wild.
What did you watch it on? What did you watch it on?
It was on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I could get into that.
Hey, does Red Panda eat chicken?
What do you mean, dude?
Like the
the
lady
pictures?
that's on the unicycle.
Or is she vegetarian? Think about that before you answer.
What?
I bet she's a vegan.
I think she's.
What?
I think she.
It's probably paleo, for being honest.
It's not a bad diet, man.
I guarantee she's hammering dogs at every stadium she goes
Has
to
to.
before she goes out there.
I don't know.
Fucking
I mean,
Jumbo Frank.
Chinese
Kidding
buffet.
me?
That's why she's spinning all the plates.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh, I haven't been to a Chinese buffet in a long time.
Me neither.
Good.
I need that shrimp fried rice, please. Some lo mein, please. And I need every General So you got in this place. I want the entire fucking army of generals on my plate right now.
It's so good.
And I also get the spring roll too. Every time I get an egg roll or a spring roll on
Do you
there.
dip it in the sweet and sour sauce?
I don't
your
do.
spring roll?
I don't. Oh yeah, the little orange and red stuff.
Yeah,
I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
I do. Yeah.
I've never had the duck sauce. Is that good?
Duck sauce is
I
not
don't think
bad.
I've ever had it either. What's it taste like?
Duck sauce?
Yeah, what's it taste
you've
like?
had it.
Well, no, I promise you, I have not.
What's it taste like?
What color is it?
Yellow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you also said
It
you,
looks
you
weird.
haven't heard Let Her Rip though before, so it's like
Well, I definitely have heard Let Her Rip.
duck sauce. though?
I just had to be reminded. You can't remind me. I've never even thought. I mean, give me those soy sauce packets, but I will never. Those fucking the other packets, they're getting tossed.
What are they? The orange ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put those on the egg roll, though, right?
Yeah, that's
duck
Yeah.
sauce, right?
Nah, I fucking bite off the top of the egg roll
like
and then I
Jell-O.
pour a whole pack of soy sauce in
That's
it.
Or-
not duck sauce, is it? I thought duck
Oh,
sauce
don't
was
you
yellow.
Jesus me, fucking
red?
Zito.
Hey, you eat the top of that egg roll off though. You can put shrimp fried rice and General So into the top of that thing.
What do you fucking take out the ingredients inside?
No. You just pack her down.
Stuff it
Oh,
down.
mine are pre-packed, pretty tight.
Yeah, but that first bite you take, it takes out some. It's like popping a crab leg.
Spring
I mean,
roll
it's,
or
not
egg
a,
roll?
it's a good idea.
Spring roll or egg roll? I mean, big difference.
I like
here.
egg roll. I like a little thing in there. You know what I mean?
I don't think
like
I've
a
ever
little thing.
finished a full one.
What?
I always just bite them in half and leave the other half laying
that's-
up.
Oh no, that's why you got to put the General
Pack it in
So
there.
and the
Well,
thing.
that's
in there.
kind of like
It's like
Todd's
a sandwich.
Todd's restaurant idea.
Yes.
Is he's gonna do egg rolls with literally every different thing inside.
So everything you can make a sandwich out of, you put it in an egg roll. So like a
Yeah,
steak
smart.
and cheese, a Philly steak and cheese egg
taco
roll.
egg roll.
You got pizza rolls?
Call it let it
General
roll.
Tso's egg
Pizza
roll.
rolls.
Go to Nashville, Todd. There's a truck for that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
mine will
well,
be a
it's not a
storefront.
restaurant,
So
okay.
fuck yourself.
Ours will have a kitchen.
I'm just saying.
I
I
wanna-
got them.
I
Can have
wanna-
a ham and cheese egg roll. And
Oh, that
Everything,
sounds
yeah.
so
I would
good.
love that. I really
Cordon
would love
bleu egg roll.
Oh come on! Damn it!
I wanted to make a restaurant called Everything's a Sandwich
Yes.
because there for a while at WVU and at the Colts they had the same food company that would deliver food. So every food that I had for like 7 straight years was the exact same. So I made everything a sandwich. Everything was a sandwich. Spaghetti sandwich. Put a little chicken in there. You name it. Everything was a sandwich. And I was like, you should make this a restaurant. Everything's a sandwich.
That would crush.
And then I remembered that I have 0 restaurant experience and have 0 time to run a restaurant. And I was
Can you
like,
imagine?
well-
Like people will go nuts. Like if you get a lasagna sandwich.
Oh.
Fucking
Lasagna is a sandwich.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I feel so incredibly crazy that Zito and I.
But if you put it between like French bread or
Well, that was
Some
the
Texas
spaghetti.
toast.
Texas toast,
That was the spaghetti sandwich. Was in
Oh,
between the
that's a
garlic
good
bread.
move. Good
Yeah,
move.
yeah. It's just chicken parm sand.
Oh damn it!
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
I love
dinner
that.
time.
I love that kind of talk, boys. But you know what else? I love that Dollar Shave Club has everything I need to look and feel and smell my best.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
They do have everything.
What I love even more is the fact that I never have to go to a store. That's because, one, DSC delivers everything that I need right to my front door, and I love them. And two, they keep me fully stocked on what I use so I don't ever run out. Now, here's how it works. The Dollar Shave Club has everything you need to get ready, no matter what you're getting ready for. Hey, you got a short and curly firewall downstairs? You can take care of it through Dollar Shave Club.
Excuse me, what?
Okay? You know what I'm saying.
I know.
Want to get ready for the date there, Diggsy?
Yeah.
Dollar Shave Club, way to go. They have you covered head to toe for your hair, your skin, your face. You name it, they have it. And they have this new program where they automatically keep you stocked up on the products you use. You determine what you want and when you want it, and it shows up right at your door. Hey, it's from once a month to once every 6 months. It doesn't matter. They're here for you. That's what I do for the toothpaste. I set it to
Smart.
send me a new tube
too.
every 6 weeks. I'm never out of
Smart.
toothpaste.
It's life
ever.
changing.
All right, and I put the tube that I'm not finishing in my travel kit. That's kind of what I do. So I have the full one in the
It's a real
restroom
G
there.
move.
You know,
Yep.
that's what I do. Plus, with their handsome discount, the more you buy, the more you save. And right now, listen to this, boys. They got a bunch of starter sets you can try for just $5, like their oral care unit. After that, the restock box ships regular size products at a regular price. So what are you waiting for, Todd? Get your starter set now for just $5 right now at thedollarshaveclub.com/heartland.
Everybody should do that.
That's dollarshaveclub.com
Everybody.
/heartland.
I do it, and it's changed everything. 'Cause
Great.
I was always one of those
Father's Day gift.
people who would
Great
go
Father's
out
Day gift.
and I would go shopping, get my groceries, all that shit, and then I would get home and be like, oh, fuck, I forgot I need toothpaste. I need fucking deodorant. I need fucking water. Every time.
No.
Just go to fucking work stinking because I ain't running back to the grocery. And now it's just there. Shows up at my
Waiting
door.
for you.
Boom.
Love that.
Dude, listen to this Generation Y. Foxy, your people.
Whoa,
Your
whoa.
people.
What'd they do?
Now they're claiming
We.
that they're afraid of doorbells. So the doorbell industry is going to be extinct now. They're going to
nobody
stop
comes
putting
to
them
your
in
home?
house to play because they won't answer a doorbell
What do
because
you
they're
mean?
claiming they get
cameras on.
anxiety from it. Because the only time anybody rings a doorbell,
Right.
it's like a really old relative you don't want to see, or it's like a door-to-door
I gotta be honest,
scanner.
I kinda like this.
Or it's a cool package.
And if you think about it, people aren't ringing doorbells anymore.
It's true.
In my house, promise you, it's a lot of cool packages.
No, if somebody rings a doorbell in this day and age, 2019, it literally is, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Who's there?
It's always a treat.
It is, seriously.
No, it's
It's like-
always a treat.
It's like if somebody calls you.
it's
like,
like,
yo,
what?
just
Well,
text.
that's
is.
fucked up.
Agree.
That's fucked up. Don't call me.
What do we
Because
do?
I will knock on your guy. If I go to your houses, I will knock on the door because I feel like this is what people who know each other do. And if I never met you before and I have to go to your house, I ring a doorbell.
Really?
So I can see how it causes a little bit.
I'm
like,
always
God
at the
damn it.
doorbell. I want to know what type of doorbell you have in your house because it says a lot about you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't think my doorbell works. What
Man,
does
I'm
that
with
say?
you, Pat.
Yep.
I got one
Mine
that doesn't
doesn't.
work.
And I'll be honest, that's what I have guessed. Knowing you, that's what I have guessed.
If you are
but
gonna
like
hit
you
the-
got a really cool jingle, then I know I like you.
Do they make custom ringtone ones?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pat, I seriously, I'm probably wrong, but I think that if you ever hear your doorbell ring, you're like, whoever you're with is, let's go downstairs. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
hide?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
get out of view.
I am a hider.
I'm surprised you don't have one of the updated ones with like the camera on it, so you
Oh,
can
yeah.
see who's there.
I have a Simply Safe camera towards the front of the thing, so I mean I could see who's there, but I'm not checking. If somebody comes, there was a time there where the gate just stayed open, it wouldn't close, and honestly I had no idea how to fix it. Called somebody out to fix it. They're like, might have to redo the entire gate. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen. So it's just wide open, and my brother whose house is up by the gate. He was just like waving people in. I felt like at one point it was like people were doing the fucking Indy 500 through my front fucking circle. People just knocking on my. I had like 5 people in one day start knocking on my door. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And all you got to do is I literally hide behind like pillars in the room. I'm like, please tell me they didn't see me. And I like look to see if they saw me, and I could see they're still not. They don't know. One person caught me, and they literally like pointed through the window, like, I see you. All right, I'll come open the fucking door. What's going on, man? Wrong house. Get the fuck out.
Do you have blinds in your front windows? I can't remember.
Not in the front, all in the back.
That's
though.
nice. That's so nice because you don't have to worry about that unless they get through the gate.
Yeah.
Just
But
a lot of sunlight.
But the good thing about the gate is that thing is about 50-50 on whether or not it's going to close or not. That thing will stay wide open. I never thought I'd live behind a gate. never in my life because I enjoyed like watching what other people were doing
Yeah.
in the neighborhood, you know. But now behind this gate, if that thing's open, I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm like, I'm a dead man. I'm a fucking dead man. Somebody's coming to kill me. Makes no
It
sense.
just stops a truck that's probably loaded with like, that's all it does. Because I live in a gated community
that?
as well.
What,
was
Jeff?
that?
What's it loaded
What
with?
should I be scared of?
What,
What?
fucking C4?
I'm not
What
used
are
to
you
this
talking
gate
about
life
here?
like you guys are.
Okay, gate life in my place is if somebody wanted to get in that doesn't belong there, they can simply walk around the freaking gate. Unless you want to drive in, then you can't. That's all my gate does.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
It's just for show.
I don't know. I
though.
bet you if they wanted to, they could ram the gate.
That's what I'm saying. They can
Yeah.
do that too. But I
A
don't
gate
know.
actually doesn't mean shit.
No,
because
it's
me,
nothing.
Zeke, and
Excuse me.
Foxy used to. Well, yours is a little different than the one
Thank
we
you.
were
Appreciate that
we were
a lot.
working
That's
with.
a lot.
But we lived in
Thing is very
arguably like
expensive.
one of the shittiest apartment complexes in all of
2
Indianapolis.
floors though. Let's not forget that. 2 floors.
Well, okay, but
Like,
this
is it a
fucking
split level.
Yeah, well, it pretty much was a split level. This gate, like, you could go up and just type in 4 random things and it opened every fucking time. Like, there was no rhyme or reason.
And you always had to let other people in anyway, so
Yeah.
it did not matter.
Exactly.
Oh, that's like whenever we leave back here, we have this gated-in area, and this our office is in a suspect area.
Right.
At the time being, I do think they're trying to change that though, which I respect. I think they're trying to make it a
Yeah,
little,
it's
Slowly but
getting
surely.
fixed up.
but it's not happening overnight anytime soon. I mean, with the neighbor across the street's gonna make that difficult, regardless of how
Right.
nice you make this side of the street. The meth clinic
I mean,
is what I'm referring to.
no one's going to want to put up, a $800,000 home next to the meth clinic.
Depends on who it is, I guess. But there's a gate that we have to open to go to anywhere out of here. And one of the last times I went out there, I opened it up and somebody was trying to get in, like as I had it open. And in my head, I'm like, oh, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I do?
Right.
So I shut that shit right in the face.
Good move.
I did. I shut it right in their face and kept it walking.
There's a whole Seinfeld episode about that.
If you don't have your key fob.
Because he doesn't know the person in the building, so he won't let them in.
That's
and then
what
it
I'm
turns out
saying.
they actually live in the building.
I'm thinking like that guy that was trying to get in and like fucking owns, like that's Mr. Buckingham. Just kicked it shut right in his face.
I mean, he should respect the security of his
Yeah,
building.
you're doing your
no matter
due
what.
diligence.
I look like a big time asshole to that guy though.
Yeah, I hate to do this, buddy, but you're supposed to have a key fob.
Hey, bud, I got a lot of friends in there, a lot of meth heads out here. I'm looking at you. Might be new to the meth game, but still.
That's it. They put that gate in our apartment building. Ty, we live right behind the office, and it's a 4-digit code, but you can just reach your hand over the gate and open the lever. And open
Yeah, it's
It's
unbelievable.
the complete biggest waste of time and energy I've ever seen.
I love that.
Foxy, what do you feel about the doorbell? You're of that age?
Back to the doorbell thing, Todd. If you're going to use someone's doorbell, just like we did when we were young, on our bikes, riding to our friend's house, you bang that thing 2 or 3 times so they know, yeah, it's going to piss them off. It's annoying, but they know it's you. They know it's someone that you're friends with because that's the only person that's going to do that.
Yeah, I like that.
I never thought I'd see the death of the doorbell. It's interesting to see
I know.
things die off.
It's not really needed.
I know it's not.
Just text me if
but
you're here.
But forever, everybody's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever," and then it just dies one day.
I feel like
kind of weird.
I'm Pavlov's dog. Like I hear that fucking doorbell, and normally it's a pizza door.
Hey,
and
Amazon.
I'm fucking super excited.
Well, almost everybody's getting the camera now, and
Yes.
it gives you a little tone in your house,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you look at the screen and see
It's
who's
still a
out there.
doorbell.
I was on one of those cameras once.
What? Oh, yeah.
Did you ever solve that situation?
So basically, this got cut from the show when we talked about it. So I'll bring it
Yeah,
up
tell
now.
it all again.
Okay, so at the pub, we have a bunch of cardboard boxes just sitting outside in our backyard. They're very much an eyesore, right?
Yep.
And so one of our neighbors,
Just like your house.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
come
fuck
on,
you.
have some respect. Have some respect. But one of our neighbors one day has a huge dumpster.
Huge.
Nice.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take these boxes, get them out of everyone's hair, put them in the dumpster,
Across the alley.
across the alley.
Caddy corner in the alley.
Yep, and call it good, you know? So I do that, throw the boxes in there, don't think anything of it. Next day, get a DM from this guy that's a fan of the show. He goes, hey, man, I just was on the Neighborhood Watch app.
Neighborhood app, yeah.
Neighborhood app. And I saw
Great app.
I saw you dumping some cardboard boxes into a dumpster, and you're getting roasted for it right now. I just thought I would let you know. And so then I went on there. I messaged the lady. I apologized because, you know, she said you threw TV boxes in my dumpster. What if someone sees that and wants to rob my house because they think I got these big-ass TVs in my house? And so then it was just like a whole fiasco. I was caught on camera. I wish I got the footage of it. I don't have it, but I wish I did. And
The lady took the boxes out of the dumpster, by the way, and threw them back into his backyard.
And they are still
must
sitting
respect
there
that
for
move.
Still
the
there?
entire neighborhood to see. So hey, it ain't my.
Why don't you fucking? Why don't the garbage men pick them up?
They won't.
We don't have a
put them out there.
recycling garbage can either. Like ours was stolen, right?
Yeah, it's just gone.
Right?
We can't.
What do you guys do with your garbage?
No,
No.
we have an actual garbage. We're like we recycle in our neighborhood, I guess, as well.
You've gone green.
Yes.
Why don't you cut them up with a knife and
Well, no, they
smaller
don't take it
pieces?
because it's like you need the.
You got to put it in. You got to put it in the
Recycle
thing,
bin.
right?
Yeah.
All right, here's a
you're
little
supposed
trick.
to.
What the fuck?
If you put it in your regular trash and then put regular trash on top of it,
Look
they
at
don't
that.
know there's
That's
recyclables
against the
in
law.
there.
That's against
They'll
the law,
just
son.
take it away. No, they don't inspect your trash.
Who's gonna rush you? The garbage?
You ever been in garbage jail? It's the worst.
At this point, though, it's a big pride thing because I try to take care of them. I tried, but it didn't
Fucking
work
light them
out.
on fire.
I stopped by old Foxy's place the other day, and we parked right by the boxes and where the dumpster were.
Yeah.
So I looked at the camera and told the lady to go fuck herself.
And I'll tell you, this camera is pointed
right
directionally.
at the
Well, yeah,
pub.
obviously.
Only at your.
Yeah,
Seriously though.
You know what you guys should do is just throw them on top of one of your cars, go down that back alley where
Oh,
we
yeah.
used to live, and then just throw it in the gas station dumpster. We used
oh,
to
yeah.
throw
All of our
so much
garbage went.
shit in there.
The garbage men in this, I don't know if it's the state, but in the city at least, are very strict. They won't
Very
take anything
strict.
that's not in the can.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot of
very
rules in
pretentious.
Indiana on the garbage.
Third Friday or third week of the month, you're allowed to do big garbage. Because the one time I put
Yeah.
something out, I put just a single white trash bag next to it because it wouldn't fit in my garbage can. Next to it, they fucking put a note on it that says we won't take anything outside of the fucking garbage.
Yeah, I got
you know
one of
why?
those
It's
too.
because they're fucking lazy, to be honest.
Whoa.
Well, have you seen how they collect garbage these days?
Yeah, they don't even have to get out of the
They
truck.
don't have to get out of the truck. It's just a
game.
fucking scooper, and
Take
it
it
goes. I mean, I tell you what, as a child, I thought nothing would be as fun as riding on the back of that
yeah.
garbage truck and fucking throwing it in.
Hanging off a side.
there. Fucking what a job.
Oh, phew, little hook shots.
Hey, those men I respected. Those men and women I
I
respected.
never got that.
the one that hit the
Never got
ground.
that.
The garbage men these days, no boots on the ground,
Millennial garbage.
no
man.
respect.
My buddy did that for 2 days, and then he's like, "Hey, I got a piece." They went to buy McDonald's there, let him out, like to go into the bathroom. Went in, went out the other door, ran away, and never came back. He was like,
What a
"Fuck
way
this
to
job."
quit, dude.
You know, Indiana's interesting. In Pittsburgh, I don't know if I have this right or not, but doesn't the city just collect the garbage, right?
Yeah.
The
Like here, it's
township.
all independent contractors.
Yeah.
Like here,
Really?
it's
That's
all
true.
You got to pay like companies. Like I have to pay Rays to come do. Like
Italian.
Yeah, it is. It's all an Italian move.
Italian.
I guess that's how New York is too.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
fucking
yeah,
that's
and
what
New Jersey.
Tony
That's how
fucking specializes in it.
Tony Soprano made all his
I'm
money that
surprised
way.
no Italians have come out here because this seems like a racket that could definitely get picked up pretty quickly, especially
like-
if you just decide to have guys on the ground and pick up big. I would go
No,
right to them
Yeah,
immediately.
in Pittsburgh, when we grew up, it's just all the boroughs.
That's what I'm
they just
saying.
do it
And
themselves.
they'll take anything, man. Couches,
These
anything.
bodies, anything out there, they'll take.
These businesses out here, they get picky.
Hell of a business. You get in the fucking
You
garbage
know why?
business,
Because they
you're
don't
making
give you
lot
a
of money.
choice. Like if you live in this area, you have to use blah 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 trash service.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that, you know, we used to like where you guys lived. I'm sure you could like choose another service.
No,
I don't think so.
no, the town did it.
Oh, you talking about in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
So, like,
okay.
we're from
Well,
Plumboro.
back when the mafia controlled it.
No. So,
So for us,
it's always been like, so where we're from,
the
we're
mafia
from
controlled
Plumboro.
the town.
So the city did it to keep the mafia
The
out.
municipality did it for us. So, like
Gotcha.
wherever you lived, you had your own garbage truck.
Out here, you got to pay a company to do it, and that was
Yeah.
mind blowing to me. I was just putting trash out, just sat there for like 5-6 months. I'm like, does anybody take the trash?
Also, I think we might be wrong because
That's what I'm saying.
I believe Waste Management was the company that
Yeah.
did it.
It may have been
why it's all
privatized at some
contract.
point in our lifetime.
I just figured it was because you were so close to New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
my mind, but you're really
and
not,
everyone
I
came
guess.
from there.
Yeah.
Well, 6 hours.
Because that's how the mafia ran
But
it.
there is some type of scam because I remember my dad bitching about they made him buy a certain garbage can.
Yeah,
it was
we-
like a big purple garbage
Yeah.
can that cost like $120. He was pissed.
We had
Yeah.
to do that too. They wouldn't take anything from like a previous can. You had to buy the one that like the city
Genius,
deemed that. Yeah,
fucking genius.
good
dude.
hustle
That
there.
is such a good.
It's a big hustle.
Listen, we only take shit that you want to throw away from your life forever that we're going to dig into a ground and bury forever. And it's probably going to ruin our planet. From this $400 basket. So you either buy 2 of these or you get your shit left on your front fucking yard.
What are you gonna
What
do?
a hustle.
What are you gonna do?
What are you do about it? You're going to burn the shit yourself?
What do you want to do?
That's what I thought.
Speaking of planet ending, there was a new article yesterday about it ending in 2050. Like definite. Like, hey.
I thought we had 12 years.
Civilization's gone.
Well, this one is more of like a scientific. This isn't like meteor or fucking volcano
Just
or something.
death of a planet?
It's just like if we keep doing things of like the way we're doing it, 2050, there's going to be like 2 billion people here who don't have water anymore, 1 billion people who it's an
Inhabitable.
uninhabitable.
It's pollution based, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I thought that was the 12-year study. The 12-year study was the pollution thing because this was the Greener New Deal's whole pitch was that 12 years we're dead. That's when Bill Nye lit the thing on fire, did the whole thing.
Well, maybe
Now-
it's 12 to 30.
now we got an extendo on warranty.
Do you think we will see the end of the world? Maybe
hope
not like
so.
the end of the world, but like where fucking where countries just completely fucking break down and financial systems break down.
Well, we already saw that once.
Well,
Yeah.
we talking about Greece?
Yes, we are.
Oh, fuck.
Russia was close.
Yeah. But we'll bail them out. You know, we'll get together with some other people.
Hey,
and
I need
bail
help
'em
in
out.
2050 if we're still talking, everyone
you're
in the
dead,
room.
dude. You're
No,
gonna be
I'm
fucking-
80 years old. I can't walk very
80?
well. I'm wearing a diaper. The
years.
world is ending. I mean, help your elders.
I'll
at that
take you
point.
out back and put you down.
I don't know how the end of the world's going to be, but it's not. I think it's going to be kind of cool to be part of that
Yeah,
generation.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah,
Because you're
man,
going
so
to
we
go
can tell
through some
stories for
shit.
later, generation.
You're going to have, you're going to have to fight for your food and shit.
But like, I don't want to die
Get all
not
primitive
knowing
for a
how it
while.
ends. Like, I want to know how the movie ends. I want to not know how the Earth movie ends.
Yeah.
A lot of misery.
Hey, just what are you gonna eat? You're not gonna get FOMO because everybody's dying. So literally, I think you're just gonna be like, well, hey guys, the game's over, man.
That's my big thing. I'm cool with it as long as everyone's going.
If anybody's gonna survive,
No,
though, I
there's
would
definitely
like to
people
be a part of the
surviving.
surviving crew.
Yeah, there'll be
I
a
agree.
handful, but like if a majority of the people are going out, that's I'm all for that.
Well, yeah, I think like because the majority of the Earth is going to be inhabitable, but
That Last Man on Earth looked like a pretty good time.
Yeah.
That show.
Yeah,
Oh,
Will
so funny.
Forte.
Yeah, the first season was very funny. Yeah, I agree.
Will Forte's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
It was a good show. But I thought about that plenty of times. Like, what if I was one of those guys? That'd be a good time, man.
You would have a good time for a while anyway.
You get bored, though, immediately, I
Yeah.
think.
Drive whatever car you want and just go from one to the other. Da, da, da.
Oh, look at the weed this guy's got.
Yeah. Go into a mall, have a day.
Man, I never thought I'd be able to get this fucking Rolex. All right.
Hey, who in this room? I know we got a lot of Game of Throners here. Pat leading the way. Ty,
Thank you.
Zito, Nick.
Influencer.
Shady Rays is an independent sunglass company, so they are not just some big corporation that overcharges for shades. Cocked! Everyone knows sunglasses are way overpriced. Shady Rays is out to do
So
it differently
overpriced.
and give people a lot more bang for the buck. You were saying something, Gorms?
Nothing.
The craziest thing about Shady Rays is the warranty, though. Their goal is to have the best warranty in all of eyewear.
It's an insane warranty.
You literally won't find anything stronger. They include free replacements if shades are lost or broken for any reason. It doesn't matter if you drop them in an ocean or a lake or you just flush them down the toilet or throw them in the garbage.
Is
They'll
that right?
replace it. Yeah, literally anything.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, all you pay is a small shipping fee. So I mean, it is
Worth it.
Even with that strong of a warranty, they still manage to make quality that I can tell you holding in my hand seems just as good as any expensive pair that I have ever worn. Lenses look perfectly clear, and most Shady Rays are $45. Oh, that's it. $45. Also, I mean, let's talk about a good company here. Shady Rays provides 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every order placed, and have provided over 4 million meals to date because they're good people. Exclusively for our listeners, they gave us the best deal they have to offer. This is a Black Friday level deal
What?
that they are giving us here.
Oh, my God.
It's June, by the way. Use code Heartland for 50% off 2 or more pairs. Buy one, get one free. You can get 2 pairs
BOGO!
for $45. This is the best deal that Shady Rays offers exclusively for us. Redeem only at ShadyRays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades on the internet. Code Heartland.
It's time for sunglasses.
That's like a quarter of the price
Summer.
from that brand that Will Smith pushed all over our faces in that Men in Black movie and just ripped us all off.
Jesus.
Thank God there's a new, better Men in Black movie coming out.
So we got a few Game of
Think
Throners
it's
in
gonna be
here.
good?
Oh, yeah, Corns, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up with your...
I don't know.
Game of Thrones.
Maybe it's interesting to just me. You guys tell me go to hell. But there's a cruise coming in 2020.
Really?
That'll stop at 7 locations where they shot the Game of Thrones. It's a
Oh,
7-day
good
trip.
idea.
Every day you sat
That is
at a
pretty
certain
fucking cool, to be
location.
honest.
It's going to sell the fuck out the first day.
King's
They're gonna
Landing.
Schedule the whole year in
Karth,
one day.
Bravos, Westeros Riverland,
Oh, my
plus a
God.
bunch of free swag and
Don't say it like
complimentary
that.
breakfast.
Westeros.
My parents went on a cruise and
what did
they
I
did
say?
stop at one of the
Westeros.
locations in Croatia and said it was like one of the cooler days. It's one of the cooler things that they did.
Really?
In Dubrovnik?
Yes.
Ty, you going on it? I'll give you
That
a
would be
free
cool.
ticket. You going on it?
Yeah, without a doubt.
If it's free,
Nick.
yeah, hell yeah.
Tony,
I'd pay for it. So yeah.
Todd,
Oh yeah, I'd go.
Zito.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, it's a cruise.
Foxy.
Beautiful country.
I would
too.
go,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be my first choice.
Gotcha.
What do you mean?
I'm not going.
Come on.
I didn't ask you. I mean,
Influencer.
the reason I didn't
I'm
ask
not
you
going.
is because I
I'm
know
not
you're
leaving.
not going.
I would go.
Yeah, I mean,
You would go.
I would go. Absolutely.
7 days in a jail on water?
It's
What are you
terrible,
kidding?
yeah, and they're going to crash into the dock too, like in Venice this past weekend. But the amount of pictures that you're going to be able to get from social media from that trip is just next level.
They're all beautiful countries too, by the way.
That type of shit where you go on like filming locations is really cool. Like I did the Band Brothers one in
Oh, really?
France. Like that's fucking incredible. Yeah, it's
Southern
awesome.
Southern France,
Yeah.
Nice. Did you go to Nice?
No, I mean I don't. Nice actually might have been on there, but
a
no,
beautiful-
it's
it's a
like you
beautiful
go to
city, if you-
Normandy and like and
That
all
would be
those-
awesome.
Yeah, it's really
Oh,
cool.
Speaking of Normandy, our boys are landing in Normandy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They're jumping
the,
in.
the horse soldier boys.
Going down. Also, shirts are for sale.
Shirts are for sale.
Shirts are for sale. Everybody in
People
here
are
supporting.
saying the greatest 4th of July line of merchandise that's ever been offered.
Store.patmafshow.com.
Happy birthday, America.
Yeah.
Birthday.
20% off, promo code America.
Here's the best part about them. You don't have to just wear them on Independence Day. You can wear them literally all summer long.
These are year round.
These are year
If you're on
rounders.
YouTube, just go from chest to chest in the room and check out the
all our
different
chests.
shirts
All of
right
our
now
chests.
that we're
Every
offering.
single one of our
just
chests.
Every
really
single
cool.
person
Yeah,
in
you're-
the studio.
You might have to skip over Gorman. I don't know if we're selling that one.
Oh, the Gorman
the other
collection.
one.
We didn't post the Gorman collection.
The only one that doesn't want to support the small business that he currently is getting paid by.
Didn't get the memo. Didn't us.
Are you sponsored by that
What
company
memo?
that's on your chest right now? 'Cause you
No,
wear a
I'm
lot
not.
of their
I'm
stuff.
not. You're right. I should be
What
sporting the
memo?
colors. I didn't get any memo. I know.
What
I meant wrong here. I was wrong. You want me to leave the show? I will. I mean, I'm willing to take the whatever comes with it.
Zito put a size on too small to do the support the cause.
My gut is showing.
Couple
Gorman.
sizes.
Yeah. Ty, you're a movie buff. I'm going to ask you, I'm really interested in your opinion on this, but everybody else, we watch movies and TV and shit. So Nick's got me back into to Reddit. So I forgot how much I loved Reddit because they
Careful,
wormhole
man.
so much on there. Like you go into one of these communities and you look and read. It's an intelligent, thought out thing.
I don't know how to use it.
Sometimes.
When you read the article, a lot of times, like this one I'm about to read, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a bunch of bullshit. And then I was looking, they make some interesting points in there. But basically, it's a whole community that is rallying to remove hot sex scenes from movies and TV.
What?
I'm out.
Because they're arguing
Hot sex scenes.
that they have nothing to do with the plot or character
Billy
development.
Bob
It's just
sex
a
scene.
distraction and an unneeded thing. And I was like, well, these people are fucking just nerds from
Yeah, it's
hell.
not true. What about White Men Can't Jump?
Yeah.
Billy, you're so stupid?
It was
You gotta
important
know the
so
emotional
stupid.
attachment that Billy and
'Cause they didn't get
Gloria-
along,
Gloria had together.
but they would hate fuck. And there's a lot of people that have relationships like that. You know, they can't stand each other, but they have really good sex, and that keeps the
Well,
relationship
and-
going way too fucking
and
long.
once-
Next thing you know, 10 years later, half your fucking life is over. But yeah.
I mean, like Monsters Ball, it was important for character development.
Titanic.
Titanic, yeah.
Yeah, guess what? Sex sells. If you're fucking teetering on the fence and you see a movie's got nudity, there's a good
yeah.
chance that you're in after seeing
What's
that it's
yes.
got nudity.
What's the movie
Now-
with the Antonio Banderas and Angelina Jolie?
Original Sin?
That's the only part of that movie I've seen.
Yep.
Granted,
There's
9.5
a lot of
weeks
those.
is an older one.
I really thought we were going to go the other way because in Europe they're just boning on TV, but we're going the opposite direction. I
Not-
assumed that we were going to go.
They're trying,
I
and it was
wouldn't say-
younger people too that were in there.
Yeah, it's
so we're
fucking
going back to
the
generation
doorbell assholes.
Why? But then they started talking about. They were like, "Hey, we're not a bunch of nerds. Like we grew up with all access to porn. We watch fucking porn all the time. Anytime we want to watch porn, we get on our phone. We look. We grew up that way. So to watch pretend sex on screen is a waste of our fucking time.
Hilarious,
And
by
I'm
the way.
like,
Hilarious
That's
take.
a hell of a take. there.
Hilarious take by
They're
them.
like, why don't you just have real sex? You know, we like to watch real sex. We don't
here-
like the fake sex.
I'll tell you why. Go ahead. Because the actresses in real movies are not going to have real sex. So at least we get to see some titties.
That's a great point.
Do you think Halle Berry is going to do a full porno? No.
Granted, there's
But
no
she
other
would-
way you're going to see those actresses
Correct.
half naked. I will give you that.
Did anyone say that on your little Reddit thread?
I should have posted that myself.
Hey, there's a story that Jack Nicholson knocked the nickels out of Jessica Lange in A Postman Always Rings Twice, but literally knocked the nickels out of her. Like they had sex on camera.
When your sex scene in Dark Waters, did you tape it down, or what was like the
You
scenario?
had a sex scene in Dark Waters?
I don't remember the sex scene in Dark
With
Waters.
you and the shark.
Pussy anywhere.
What was that, Zito?
I can't find pussy anywhere.
No, because in Boogie Nights, Nina Hartley is in that, and she's like an actual porn star. And in one of the scenes, she's having sex with someone, and it was another male porn actor, and they were actually having sex. And Thomas Anderson came in. That's not his name.
Paul Thomas.
Yeah, thank you.
He came in?
Yeah, he came in and like almost shut the set down. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, this isn't how we do things. Like, you don't just fuck in front of a bunch of people." Like,
But that's
these
what they
are-
do for a living.
Amy Schumer said that John Cena was in there in Trainwreck.
Really?
Yeah.
She would
That's what
say
she
that.
said.
though.
Inside of JJ?
She seriously said that he was inside
Because
of
he
it?
didn't know any better.
No
I don't know,
way.
but
Classic
Actor.
Cena.
Google it.
Method
Ah,
actor.
yeah, right now.
I mean, that's her just trying to fucking get
Hustle,
another
loyalty,
notch on her belt.
respect,
Like
bro.
she's some fucking she's got a huge acting resume. Well, I've been acting for 6 months longer than he has. I know not to stick a dick in a vagina.
It's funny that she wasn't stopping it.
Yeah,
Wow, John Cena, bro.
yeah, she would love it.
Hold on. John Cena was actually inside Amy Schumer during the sex scene in Trainwreck.
Does it look like a
what did
credible article?
Trainwreck.
What did he say about this?
He didn't understand the whole acting thing. It was his first sex scene. He was actually inside me. Apparently, wrestlers, they're not faking, says Amy Schumer. And
Oh, come on.
Yeah, she's full of shit.
I'm not buying
How
this.
dare
This
you
is-
try to fucking slander
was our-
Cena
An
like
American fucking hero.
Yeah.
She's talking
that
about.
was a radio interview in Australia.
Yeah,
She lies.
clickbait.
She's trying to build a
Hold on.
bit.
I'm digging deeper here.
Dig deep.
She's full.
Hollywood Life says Amy Schumer didn't hold anything back while discussing her new film Trainwreck in Australia on July 21st. Turns out her sex scene with professional wrestler John Cena got a little too real for comfort. Or was it, they say? Cena wasn't exactly acting during the scene statement. He was actually doing ... it. Get the full joking details here. He actually was inside of me, Amy replied. Apparently wrestlers are not faking. He didn't understand the whole acting thing.
That's bullshit. Cena had been in like 5 movies before.
Yeah,
before that.
he's been acting longer than she has.
Yeah, I think you could argue that.
I mean, the Marine. Hello.
well,
20
that's-
years ago.
That's not an act, though.
Yeah.
True. John
That's
Cena
true.
is a Marine.
It's a fact.
One of the most decorated Marines, actually. In
Gorms,
history.
what is the? Do you know what on set what the norm is?
What, for sex?
Yeah.
You wear a sock,
Wouldn't
right?
she
You wear a
have
cock
a
sock?
Didn't she have a like a thing that blocks the?
They wear those like flesh Spanx.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be able to get inside her
No,
anyway.
I don't think so. I think it's too. There's legal stuff that's
Yeah,
on this.
exactly.
I mean, I'm not buying it because
Let's
it's like,
let's assume that what I just read. No, because I mean it's from a couple different.
I'm sure she said it because she has no respect
Right.
for the heroes of our country.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I don't think
You
there's
saw
any
her
way
live
to-
once, didn't you, Todd?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Bill Hader was the one that said. Oh, Jesus.
I do respect Bill Hader.
Bill
So do
Hader's
I.
jumped in there.
Bill Hader apparently witnessed the whole thing and backed the story up. He didn't understand the whole acting thing. It was his first sex scene, says Bill Hader.
Man,
No.
Cena goes deep. He gets in there.
I think though I haven't acted in a movie, but I get it. That I'm not supposed to really fuck her, you know.
yeah,
It's it's disgusting. I can't wait for fucking Cena to give her an F5 through a table.
guys-
Because she deserves it.
Cena's dedicated his life to wrestling. He probably knows nothing outside of wrestling, okay? And this was his first experience on a set in that role, in a sexy scene.
First sex scene?
It was probably, he's like, all right, I'm going to give it all I got.
I mean, I now have one question, and one question I need answered in my life, and it's this one.
Why wasn't her vagina covered? That's what I
She's
want to
Amy
know.
Schumer.
She was like, "I'll just raw dog it. You control your penis."
I have no
I'm gonna
idea
leave
what
my
to
shit out
believe
there.
at this
I
point.
don't either, but I find it hard to
Bill
believe.
Hader wouldn't lie.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
That's the only whammy thrown in here.
I know.
But Amy Schumer would.
Yeah.
And
So.
Maybe she just told Hader.
We got to get
What's-
Cena on the show.
What's Hader doing standing in the corner watching the sex scene between these two?
Cena.
First question: Cena's wearing a 3-piece suit. He walks in here. What's up, man? You look good. Thanks for dressing up. Did you fuck Amy Schumer?
No, not off the set. Like when you the scene. Did
The
you?
scene, like
did
when I
you-
watch a movie, because you're a really good actor. It looked as if it was a method acting technique. Is that correct? He is a good actor.
He is a great actor.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, yeah, he's
He has
good.
range.
Ferdinand.
Cock blockers.
Cockblockers was funny,
Yeah.
actually.
Chicken
Very
blockers is
funny.
very funny, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, Zito,
Yeah,
come on.
Zito
dude.
was an
That's
emoji,
respect.
bro.
I'm
What's
like,
what's walk? He wasn't
Walk
in
the
Walking
Line?
Tall, was he?
that was The Rock.
Yeah. He was in a movie similar to that.
Wait, he's going to Fast and
Name
Furious,
of it.
isn't he? John Cena?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yep. The whichever
he in
one
Hobbs and
comes
Shaw?
next. No,
No.
The one after that with him and Toretto did a IG post together.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
Vin Diesel was like doing something, then he panned the camera over and it's just fucking
I was gonna
Cena
say,
standing there flexing.
Nice.
Hobbs and
Dope.
Shaw already has too much excitement. I couldn't
Yeah.
take Cena.
I thought Hobbs and Shaw was already over. So when I saw the official trailer, I was like, "Yo, that was 6 months ago on fucking The Rock's in IG, dude. I already know this movie. What happens? There's a big prison scene too. They're gonna really fight it out.
Yep.
I don't know if it's good or bad that Rock
Oh,
does that.
What?
The,
I mean, he builds hype.
Like
Great
does he?
promoter.
I don't know because I was on the set of Jumanji a couple months ago when that movie finally comes out. I'll be like, oh, I already seen that movie. I saw it on Rock's IG. You know what I mean? I was inside of it. Just
also
like this Jungle Cruise thing.
Interesting move. That trailer was like fucking 8.5 minutes long.
It looks like it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, they showed every big action set piece scene
Oh,
in
did they?
the trailer.
Or did none of those?
Well-
There's so much action. None of those are going to be in
That
this
you-
direction.
The movie was supposed to have already been released, but it took like so much longer to film it because Amy Schumer said John Cena had never been in an action movie before, and he was actually killing people. So they were like, "Fuck, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen." She's a liar.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
buying it.
pisses me off. It really
I'm not gonna
does.
lie, I
buying
love
it.
how mad you are about it.
I'm not an Amy Schumer fan. It's probably going to bite me in the ass one day because she's obviously very, very famous. Yeah. But I am not.
I feel like
fan.
she has cooled off big
Yeah.
time.
No, she was calling out. Oh, you mean like?
No, but I know what you mean. Like that's
Fame-wise?
what she's doing now. Is like she went after Chance the Rapper when he tweeted Wendy's because he wanted to bring the spicy nuggets back, and she spun some fucking yarn about what Wendy. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's
we
fucking
went
true,
up.
but
Pat and I went to see her. Right? She's not her fault, but like an hour late. I think hour and a half late because plane problems. She was
I'm
coming
sure.
from Fort Wayne, Indiana, to Indianapolis, Indiana. So she gets there, probably not in the best mood because of what's happened. And, the place isn't sold out, but there's a ton of fucking people in there. And she gets up there and she gets mad at the crowd at one point. It's like, basically, if you guys don't shut up, I'll have you kicked out of here. Like to the whole fucking crowd.
At a comedy show.
Yeah, and it's like, motherfucker, they've been sitting here for an hour and a half, like drinking beers. They probably have to piss for, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a good. Well, how about you spend some time fucking settling them in instead of. And she had a warm up guy. And by the way, he had no problem. Mark Norman was great. But she didn't control the crowd very well, and she just went on all this political shit about gun control and all that. It's like, I don't want to hear your agenda. You're fucking. You don't have any education in this matter. You're not fucking an expert on these political issues. I don't want to fucking. How do you think you know more than anybody else in this room?
play the hits. Talk about the gunk in
Oh,
your
she
vagina.
She wasn't like making jokes about it. She was like preaching almost.
Yeah, it was very preachy.
Take
Yeah.
it easy.
And I was like, come on, don't form a real opinion up here. You're like fucking 27. You've never probably had a real job. I don't want to hear you talk about gun control. You know?
I'm on your side here, Todd.
Yeah. So then I got distracted and had sex, dude.
I was waiting for it. I was fucking waiting for it to come out.
You take a shot at Cena, you are excommunicado for life for me.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
She's
I
done.
agree.
I'm done with her.
She's done.
She's a powerful person.
We'll
right
never
now,
have her
but
back
fuck.
on this fucking show.
No, we
again.
won't.
Never.
Ever.
Pat will be 10 times more powerful than her. And then next.
And he won't have to have sex with John Cena. To
That's
do it.
right. And make lies about
Stupid.
the Marine.
Well,
Jesus.
coming full circle here.
Uh-huh.
I think sex things do build character and character development.
I've seen a lot of movies where they are important to the plot.
Yeah, but everyone is fucking. Always. Right now.
It's part of real life.
Within 2 miles of where we sit right
You
now.
think someone's having sex?
There is someone having. There are two people.
Someone's at least
Right.
jerking.
having
If you are
sex
listening to this,
right now.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere.
All right, so when I watched the movie Shameless, or the TV show Shameless, I'm
Sure.
sorry, the oldest girl,
Emmy Rossum.
yes,
Fiona.
her character Fiona
Very underrated.
is like
sexually.
she has this hard edge to her, right?
Yep.
But she was also the person who took care of everybody.
Yep.
she has these crazy sex scenes throughout the show, and it's like really important to who she is as a character.
For sure.
Like she lets go, right? And you're like, well, that's important. So I don't think this always applies. I mean, maybe in some movies you don't need it. Maybe they just start and you shut the door and the imagination does the rest.
Or like Sopranos, when Tony's at the Bing and you got girls dancing up there, like you're gonna see tits, and then he may get sucked off by one of his gumas later. Like that's just how it goes. Okay, that's life in the mafia.
Saturdays are for gumas.
So I'm not buying what they're selling, but I do think they did raise an interesting point about. Okay, so would the younger generation get more bored with big screen movie sex, fake sex? Than I would, because
listen, I mean,
they're numbed by porn.
I think like Foxy,
I don't think so, because you don't
No
really
way.
Foxy tied Nick and I and Zito. Like we're young enough that we grew up with porn too, pretty much.
Right.
When there's a sex scene in a movie, I'm not fucking bored. The last thing that's on my mind is fucking.
You're also
Right.
just not breaking your dick out and beating
Correct.
off to it. You're not even looking at it sexually. Usually,
No.
it's just part of the fucking movie, and that's the way you're viewing it.
Correct.
It's real.
Yeah.
Gritty.
So,
I mean,
don't
it
know.
depends on
I
if
think
it's like
they went a little
it depends on
overboard.
what kind of movie. Like
Yeah.
if it's like what was the party movie with
Beach Bikini Party 7 or something. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but if it's like a serious movie and there's a sex thing, no, you're not aroused. Maybe. Who knows? It depends
possible.
on the way the
I'm gonna
jeans are rubbing.
I'm gonna stay on the sex tip
All
here.
right.
All right,
All right.
but I'm gonna change gears a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you guys ever went on? Let's go back. Ty, Evan, Zito, Todd, everyone in the room. Did you ever have a field trip that was an overnight field trip when you were in school? I'm saying high school or below.
Yes.
An overnight field
Yes.
trip.
Oh, yeah,
Washington,
for sure.
D.C. in 6th grade.
Oh, good strip clubs.
Washington, D.C. What did you say, Zito?
Good strip clubs over there.
Good strip clubs. Let's go. Port Allen Catholic High School. Excuse me, middle school. Okay, he is from New Orleans, Port Allen Catholic. He takes the students there. The principal as one of the chaperones.
Okay.
All right, to Washington D.C. At 2:45 in the morning, he is arrested at a strip club, refusing to leave, completely obliterated, and the next day loses his job. The next day he loses his job.
What happened to privacy? Kids are all in bed. I'm sure there's other chaperones.
He's a human being.
I'm sure the
He's
doors
off
are
the
taped.
clock.
I just read that and was like, attaboy. I mean, he just went out with a fucking bang. I mean, literally.
Dude, when I was a
Bang, bang.
freshman in high school, I think we went to a trip to St. Louis, and it was an overnight trip.
Would you
and,
do ride the Ark or whatever they
Yeah,
call it?
you did that and saw some stupid
Arch,
museums and stuff. So we get there to the hotel, and my buddy brought a little bitty bottle of whiskey. So it's like, oh, like we're all gonna get fucked up on this one little pint, or whatever. So we went to the bathroom in the drop tile ceiling and went up there to hide it because we were having to leave to do something.
Attaboy.
When he opens it up, there's a whole fucking bar up there. There's probably like 16 bottles of booze up there. It's like the maids keep up there or something. I don't know. What? So we got fucking shit house. It was awesome. And my buddy and I found a wallet and it had $1,000 cash in it.
What'd you do, Todd?
Fucking idiot. We turned it in at the desk.
Hey, you wore that badge proudly years later, didn't you?
I was like, oh, we'll get a reward. Nope, no reward. Could have had $1,000 cash.
I do remember when I was in 8th grade, we went to Chicago for a class trip, and on the way back, we drove during the night, and one of the teachers would come back and do you'd have
check.
legit hand
Fucking
check.
Joey K. Fingers
Yeah,
going on.
exactly.
back there.
Wanted to make sure there were absolutely no hand skis going on in the back of the bus.
It's nothing like a good hand scheme.
Love it.
The back of the bus hand scheme.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's a classic.
For good days.
Good days.
What are you talking about?
That's
Getting
a
rubbed
simpler
off
time.
on the bus?
Yeah. dude.
Yeah.
When you're like
Where
in
did
middle
you
school.
get rubbed off at?
Well, not on a school bus.
No, it was a charter bus.
Oh, okay, to the school trip.
Yeah.
So you're in the back getting sucked off.
No.
Not getting sucked off.
No, I
Just
mean,
a little under the blanket or
this
under
is
the
junior
jacket
high.
your hand.
This
Yeah.
is junior high.
It was like a
Only the
stagecoach
luckiest
for
of kids
dorms.
were
It
getting
was a little
sucked
different,
off.
a little bumpier.
These were Joey K. Fingers, handies.
OTP HJs.
Do they come walk up down the walk?
OTPHJ.
You chaperones.
Hold on.
Get a
Teachers come walking down the hall. You're
Hold
like,
on.
don't fucking finger block me. I'm trying to.
OTPHJ, Gorms.
Let's see if we can get it.
The
OTP
hand job.
HJ.
Yep.
Now I got to get the OTP. Mm-hmm. Over
Sound it out.
the
Oh.
for the what hand job?
Think of things that start with a P that would be in the general area.
Over the penis hand job.
Yep, nailed
There
it.
you go. Well,
Nailed it.
that's a hand job. You don't have to call it over the penis hand job.
Over the penis hand job. You're right.
There you go. Got it.
See, it was easy.
Over the pants.
Back in
Gore.
seventh
How
grade.
about this? How about
Over
this?
the pants.
It's over the
Over the pants.
Oh, there we go.
Over the pants hand
I
job.
was
bad.
about to say ITMBJ.
ITM.
In the mouth.
Intimate.
In the mouth blowjob. Just like an over the penis hand job.
Yeah, Gordon. I mean, kids were fucking reckless. We had a mandatory swim class in 9th grade.
Oh, been there.
And you're putting 9th graders in swimsuits and just
Yeah, pointing north,
Yeah.
staying in the water. Been there.
you and a girl hanging out by the wall a little too long.
What's that? What's that? A OTSHJ. OTSSHJ. OTSSHJ, Patrick.
Yeah, but what-
Over the swimsuit hand job.
Just recreating the game, Gordon.
Got it. I like this game. What else are we playing?
That's what you need your fucking boner swimsuit for.
Yeah,
That's right.
You got to be careful there because the poop net it's caused a lot of friction.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Poop net.
Yeah, the poop net in your bathing suit.
No, I didn't have one. Tony, you need one though. It sounds like with the rivers and canals you've been shitting in.
I pulled my pants down.
Call back. Call back.
We were animals in 8th grade, dude.
Everyone was.
You're just so fucking sex driven. The hormones just fucking firing. You had no brain at all.
That's it. None.
7th, 8th grade.
I
You're the
think
biggest
when-
dummy.
When you're a kid, man, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they want 16-year-olds to vote nowadays. It's like, that's a good idea. Yeah. He can really figure things out at 16. You're a real fucking brain.
Good point.
You're a real human that should be deciding anything at the age of 16. Yeah, right.
I think it should be 25.
I agree. I'm 24 and I don't think I should vote.
I agree. I'm 31 and I shouldn't vote.
That's why.
I don't.
You see that guy broke the record on the treadmill for most miles ran on a treadmill or whatever?
No.
In Britain. To me, this is the dumbest world record. But he broke the world record by running 524 miles in 1 week. And I guess it just fucking destroyed his body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker. What I guess.
Stress fractures. His fucking like hemoglobin count dropped to almost a lethal
Hope it's
level.
worth
It's more
it,
than
asshole.
it's more than a marathon a day. It's more than double a marathon a day.
That's a crazy schedule.
I don't even think that's.
That's 74 miles a day, almost 74.85 miles a day.
Yeah, almost
Where
killed
did
him.
you find this fucking article?
I wish he would have dropped dead.
All you got to do is just turn the thing on, though, right?
Yeah.
True.
Like, is there a camera person
Stand on
on
the
this person?
side.
All you got to do is just turn that thing on.
Is
the
it
person-
Guinness? Was the authenticator there?
I didn't
that's
see
the
that.
Adjudicator?
The adjudicator.
That's the question.
Did you hear Mike Posner?
Whoever it was, they took all these blood levels and stuff beforehand so they would know what it was like afterward to compare. And he was all fucked up.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Well, okay, don't run 524 miles in a week.
Hey, that's a lot of
Could
money.
have told you that's bad for you.
Posner's walking across the country.
Yeah, 2,750 or something like that, or like I can't remember.
Yeah, but he took a 3-day break for a birthday party in Louisiana.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean,
All of
that's a
sudden
good way
he
to do it.
I was like, he was in Louisiana. Then the next day he was like in Ohio. I was like, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, he sent out a tweet. It was like, "Oh, I gotta go do a thing. I'll be back with
Speed
this
walked.
thing across the thing."
Huh.
Yeah, he kind of like quit halfway through.
I like Mike, but he does some weird things.
I like Mike a lot. I'm a big fan of Will Posner.
What was his song?
I took a pill
You
and
think
it
cooler
beats it.
than me?
Yeah, that was his one
Cool
back
with
in the
me.
day.
Please don't go.
He did
did
one with
Please don't
one of his
go.
cooler songs. I can't remember the name of it. It was Big Sean, like 2000, 2010, 2011. Him and Big Sean put a song out. If I
Yeah,
find it,
top of the world.
maybe.
He came to Iowa my sophomore year of college. That concert fucking stunk. It was like one of the worst ones I've ever
Really?
been to. Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
Was he still at Duke then, or like was he out?
Don't know. It might have still been at Duke. He played cooler than me like 3 times. Like that was it. I was
Well,
like, all
wait
right,
till
dude.
Little Nas X, dude.
Yeah, but that song.
Do you think he's gonna
bangs.
get tired of fucking playing that? Has to, right?
No way. Got the horses
No
in
way.
the back.
God, I'm
That's
calling
hilarious.
bullshit on Evansville, Indiana Police Department.
Okay.
All right? You ready?
Yep.
4.483. They said they got a guy pulled over DUI and he blew .483 on his way to an Arby's. And he had a bunch of whiskey dents on his car when they pulled up on him, and it was parked over a
dents.
curb. And he was inside ordering Arby's, and he fell asleep, and they got him when he was asleep, and they said his blood alcohol content was 0.483, and I say, bullshit, because you're dead, aren't you? After a certain...
They say once you get to 0.40, right, it starts to get a little iffy there.
I've seen a friend at 0.35, and it was pretty drunk.
He is 53, and I swear...
Yeah, but he was dead, right? He was asleep.
He was 53, he looks 93.
That big Montana saved his life.
Yeah.
He got remarked.
So maybe he's been training for this.
Almost 5? Over 4, you're dead.
He might be like the dad in Shameless guy.
Frank
Frank. He's a Frank. He can just fucking go. I don't know. Maybe they saved his life if they hadn't arrested him. Maybe they took him to the hospital or something.
He's good. He just needs a Mountain Dew and a roast beef.
Yeah, he'll be all right. That's
roast
fucking
beef.
high. I've never heard of it.
I just
I had a
read that.
cousin that
What?
got arrested, passed out at a basketball game, got arrested for it, but they had to take her to the hospital and pump her stomach and all this shit. But she was like 0.40, and they said she probably would have died. So I don't know.
I think it's all lies. You're supposed to be dead at this point just to scare people away from
Everyone's body's
Everybody's
different.
so, too.
getting to that point. 0.48 is pretty high. You got to really try for that one.
That's really high.
By the way, the fact that he got out of his house and motivated at 0.48 to go get an Arby's sandwich.
Yeah, some Arby's.
I mean, that's
Be Arby's commercial.
Roast
Be
beef.
an Arby's commercial.
drunk zombies flock here.
God, it's not a long story, but I do have a similar story.
Here we go.
I went downtown Detroit. I was working on the road with the Crows, visiting my parents for almost a week in Michigan. And my mom owned, for a long time, my mom and dad owned an antique store, among other things that they had. But they had an antique store, and they had a delivery truck for the antique store. So I went down to the Tiger game by myself, drinking beers, watching the game, saw a couple people I knew at the bar beforehand, everything. I leave early. I'm drunk. I'm driving home. There was a bar by my parents where I grew up called Jamie's on 7, which was about a 4-block walk. I said, hey, I'm going to put the car back. I'm going to go up there and have the nightcaps. I say, fuck that, man. I do. I walk up. I come back. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I say, I'm going to Taco Bell. Can't find the keys to the car.
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Can't find the keys to the car. So I grabbed the keys to the delivery truck, which is in the back of my parents' place, big house in the back. They keep it on. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll take the truck up there. I hit the pole going into, I total the truck. I hit the pole to this day at that Taco Bell is still bent. This is 25 years ago. And I have to wake up and explain to my mom, it was nice seeing you on this trip here, but I just totaled your delivery truck. It's like a F-150 type thing, and it completely,
Our boy Jeffrey's on the road with the black truck. He's doing real good for himself.
Walk up there, walk back. I'm hungry. And by the way, Taco Bell, closed. Closed. And so I'm muscling that thing back down 7 Mile Road with fucking flames and smoke coming out of it. One of the tires punctured. I just muscle it back into the backyard. Oh.
I would like to know the highest I've ever been, because I know I've legit had
The highest.
alcohol poisoning 3 times. My BAC. Yeah.
Have you had it? Poisoning?
I've had alcohol poisoning 3 times. Like, had to go to the hospital.
Jesus, son.
And all before I was 24 too. Yeah.
Jesus, Todd.
I mean, Todd likes to get fucked up.
I lived hard. Between the Marine Corps and when I got in college, I just continued that shit on. Like, I'm like, fuck.
I'm sure we all in this room have hit 3 at some point.
Yeah.
I assume so. Yeah. I mean, I blew a .15 like 5 hours after my last drink.
That's pretty good.
So that's a pretty solid little ride.
I don't know about Zito, though. Zito doesn't really like...
I can confirm I've never had alcohol poisoning.
Well, yeah.
I can honestly confirm that.
It's the worst.
Why did they have me blow, by the way? I was walking.
I don't know.
Public intox?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get that.
Yeah, but in the law, it says that you could just smell it. Like, they can arrest anybody, basically, if they have a hint of alcohol. So it's not like, I mean, I guess that just solidified their case against me.
That's just extra evidence, I guess, to
I
use.
don't want
if
you
they
to
want
blow in here until it beeps. Is this going to get me into somewhere warm
I always
quicker?
thought when that happened, there was 2 ways to go: arrest you or let you go, your own way. Just hey, you know what I mean?
I thought they were going to take me home.
That would've been
I
that,
legitimately
or
thought they
that.
were going to give me a fine and take me home.
Or that, especially if you're by yourself, which you were. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was. Then I always thought like they had something out for you. I don't know.
Me personally?
Well, not personally. Maybe it's just like, hey, we've got to make an example out of this guy.
Yeah.
He's a punter for the team. You know what I mean? A couple years in town, and
Looks
I
like
thought,
he was having a blast.
yeah. But I mean, I always thought about that.
No, there's
It's
some
like,
cops like that.
but I would have thrown him in the back of the fucking car and said, McAfee.
A lot
come
of
on.
people would.
I
yeah.
thought
You know-
every cop that I've talked to since then has told me that they would have drove me home. They would have gave me a ticket, but they would have drove me home, which is, hey, stern but fair.
Different. I mean, you get lucky. You get lucky with cops. Like I was down in West Virginia and I got tossed out of Club Z because I threw up in the bathroom there, and I was sitting on the curb waiting for that fucking tram or bus or whatever to take me.
PRT.
Yeah. And I threw up on a cop's shoes there, and they were like, just get them back to your dorm, and you're okay. So it depends on who you get.
Mutual friend of ours, I won't name names, but in college one time was stopped by like the campus police, and they had a breathalyzer, and they gave it to him, and he blew. It was like a 0.19 or a 2, and it was right around there, and they were like, "Oh boy, you can walk him home. Just keep him away from anything sharp, and just let him go."
Really?
Oh yeah.
He was underage too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I was fucking hammered, like really bad. Probably the most drunk I've ever been, and I was just pissing out on the sidewalk.
Yeah, everyone's
Cop
pissing down
pulled
the
up.
south
Luckily,
side.
a kid went to my high school and roomed with my brother in college. Took me back to the dorms.
Really?
Got off scot free. That was pretty sweet. Yeah.
Alcohol, man, it is
Yeah.
a terrible thing.
Terrible.
It really is a terrible. It's a poison.
Yep. Here we are, though.
Have a great time with it.
I had a buddy. He was working on the riverboat when I was, so he was also a new trooper, and he was driving home. And he was on the interstate, and there was two guys walking, and he's like, "I won't give him a hard time. I'll just pick him up and like give him a ride to the next exit or whatever." And he's like, I'm going to Brookville. You guys want me to drop you off?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're trying to get to Brookville too." So he takes him into town, drops him off. They robbed a liquor store after they stole a car from the dealership right where he dropped them off. It fucking had to fucking never lived that down. Never lived it down.
drove them to a robbery.
to steal a car and then rob a liquor store in that small town.
Fucking hilarious.
So fucking.
Because when they heard it, like they came across there or whatever, they're like, "Oh, we had to get people started." And then there was some video from the
Getting out of the
liquor
car.
store, and they see like it being dropped off or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, that was me."
What's the worst that could happen is what he's thinking. Well, what's happening? Oh, robbery. 2 of them. Probably an armed robbery in there. That's crazy, man. Anybody ever pick up a hitchhiker?
No.
Hell no.
Never will either.
Fuck that.
You have.
I have.
That's
I
an
have.
old
Several times.
That's an
Really?
old thing
Yeah,
to do.
not recently, not probably in the last 10 years, but when I lived back here before, I used to live up, northwest of the complex, and there was a guy that was on Lafayette Road who was hitchhiking.
Did you make him suck you off?
Code of the road, bro. Rule of the road. What is it?
Road code.
Road.
At least
Road
an
code.
OTPH, Jay.
No, there's in.
Nice guy, dropped him off, gave him a lift. Past my house, I continued the trip for him, but
Oh, real hero.
no, I'm not being. But guy, if a guy's here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we found something.
I was at a for a meeting at a
Go ahead.
at a hospital.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
let's just call it a meeting of the minds at a hospital that I personally take care of. Okay, I'm leaving said hospital area.
Okay.
There's a guy in a gown.
Okay.
Bare ass, and everything holy, bare ass on the side of the road, walking, but looking for a ride, hitchhiking with
Holding his
out of this hospital.
his
yes.
IV thing.
No, there was no IV. He had nothing in his arms and stuff. Because I slowed down and looked, and I was like, "This guy's ass is out here, and he's hitchhiking."
Was this just the other day? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the same fucking thing. Yeah. We were on the same road. Yeah.
See that? And I was like, "What the fuck?" This guy just got out of his bed and said, "Fuck this, I'm out," and somebody picked me up.
I almost like, should I call the police? And I was like,
Same thing.
no,
Same
fuck,
thing.
good
I'm
for
like, let
him,
go,
whatever.
man,
Travolta, phenomenal. Got out of there.
That's great. I'm listening to you, and I'm like, I saw the same thing the other day.
Where
And
was
I
it
forgot
at?
You're right behind me.
North side.
Yeah, north side of Indianapolis.
You guys,
near a hospital.
somebody should have picked him up.
I thought
way.
about it, but I had company in the car, and I was like, well, what if he's like, what if he's gone? What if he's off the reservation? And this guy's, spitting me, throwing grease in my face or something.
When I was a kid, I
acid
saw the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they picked up a hitchhiker, and that's how everything went wrong. And I've just been terrified ever since. Like back in the day, picking up hitchhikers was a thing. Like my dad, they have stories about They have friends that hitchhike to
That's why
California.
fucking serial killers used to be more prevalent.
Yeah, I agree.
Ted Bundy probably hitchhiked at some point.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I would 1,000% rather. I would 100 times out of 100 times hit that guy as opposed to picking him up and letting him sit in my car. 100 out of 100 times.
And nowadays, who thinks they're getting picked up? It's like you look so serious with your thumb out, like you're really gonna get a ride. You're not gonna get a ride, bro.
The worst human on earth.
Who doesn't, of this group in this building, who doesn't get picked up? I mean, who gets picked up and says, they look like the friendly face, they'll be okay. But who doesn't?
Foxy's probably the
probably
only one that
gets
would
picked
get
up.
picked up.
Yeah. And he's going right down into the lap.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
We got us a pretty one here. You ever been in a semi truck before? You didn't deserve that at all.
Foxy, you did not deserve that.
I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm saying he's getting forced into it.
I never do.
Never do.
Todd, so quick. So quick with the negativity.
I would say no to Todd, no to Frank. Probably give you a no. Diggs, I might give something to. I don't know because he's
I got a kind face.
got kind face.
Yeah, you do.
I'd probably let me close my eyes.
Who's my dad say you look Dom DeLuise?
God, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, the best with Burt Reynolds. Cannonball Run.
Hey,
Come on, man.
Funny dude.
Ty, I'd probably pick up.
Let's go.
What? Foxy. If I'm picking up a hitchhiker, not to suck anybody off. Don't go there. All right.
No, but like, why would you?
Zero chance on
Why
Zito.
would you pick up Todd?
Side of the road in sweatpants.
Bailey, I'd pick up. No, Todd. I'd say Todd looks like if I say the wrong thing, he's gonna fucking punch me in the neck from the passenger seat. Frank looks too pissed off for me to even pick up, so I'm just.
Wait, why would you pick me up?
I wouldn't pick you up.
Why?
You got a guilty face.
Those eyes, bro.
These eyes.
Oh, I'm crying.
Because you look,
We just bonded right there.
you look like the alien at the beginning of Men in Black.
Oh, Jesus.
No, there isn't crickets.
This has been a fun episode.
We should do that. Hey, we should have a contest. See who can get to the office first.
Oh, just hitchhiking?
Yeah, just leave at 8 a.m. Everybody have their clocks timed out.
I'm out after what Ty said. I'm fucking out.
Yeah, horrible news from Indianapolis. A gentleman has lost his life when he picked up by.
Choked on it.
Oh, Jesus. And finally, we go to Indianapolis. A horrible story of a hitchhiker. What turned out to be a day trip ended up in death. Evan Foxy, a 19-year-old co-ed from Michigan State, was found below the bleachers after being dragged through a swamp. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Indianapolis community.
That's one of the best bro calls I've ever heard.
Oh my god. Oh god damn, my stomach hurts so bad.
Sorry, Foxy.
Show's over. I can't talk anymore. We're out. Jesus Christ.